Alright, so it's April. Wait, it's May 1st. No, it's May 2nd, 2022, and this is supposed to be a podcast of some sort. It's just to get out some of my feelings that, I've felt in a long time. It's gonna be very unscripted, so what I'm trying to say is that I feel that I could have. I want to take a break, honestly. So, and I want to just get out my feelings, in a bit of a more, controlled but still unscripted pacing because sometimes my mind just lingers on, and I figured that by determining which of the best format, a podcast seems to be the best idea. They won't take too long because I don't really know what to really do with these kind of videos, but I suppose one thing I could say right now is that this is this is if I'm going to talk to myself in 10 years, what would that be like, honestly? Because I felt I spent too much time just doing nothing and not actually feeling motivated to actually accomplish my targets. So I figured that 2022 might be a good starting point. If nothing else, at the very least, I I can at least feel a bit more like I'm not doing just work. I've heard so many horror stories at YouTube about how broken the copyright system is, how mundane burnout is. Well, it's not really mundane, but it's a process everyone has to go through at some point. Especially me too, because man, after creating some of my YouTube videos, it's starting to dawn on me that wow, there's a reason why people used to treat YouTube as more of a second-handed hobby back in the day. Yeah, I miss those days, to be honest. I miss 2011 real bad. Before all this Gundam style stuff and, all those badly done pop tweet, in my personal opinion. When YouTube actually had a soul, not taken over by a corporation. And I just miss that era so much. Where it's like, I'm not present to make high quality content like for every single day, honestly. And every time I miss those days, it felt like a genuine consequence. Like I'm being peer pressured into doing these kind of videos. So yeah, that's kind of why you see a black screen. It's just a simple, unfiltered, very, very personal kind of podcast. To be honest, I really wish I was hosting this on actual podcast service, but YouTube might be my best bet. To be honest, I don't know, man. I don't really like use other podcasting services like Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts. I don't use as much as I do. I don't know. There just aren't that much people that I'm willing to sit down and spend 30 minutes when I'm like busy doing something else or having something that is very important and I can't really be bothered to listen to right now. That's why I usually struggle trying to find the best kind of podcast to listen to. Music, meh. Rap, meh. History, I love talking about history, but I'm not gonna sit down and listen to just some guy just talk about history. And no offense to those who really genuinely love doing this kind of stuff. More power to you. You guys always have better microphone quality than this supposed recording device I have. So, hey, that's 1-0 for me, right? Yeah, I guess that by doing this, I just I just felt that sense of frustration. It felt like the internet was something that's just never get meant to uh what's the word? The internet was just never meant to be this mind blowing. Okay, the internet was just never this utopia of society where it's like everyone has to fearmonger and throw a lot of horrible messages out there. It's just insane, honestly. Especially with all these BBS boards and ARPANET and what it was like 50, 60, 40 years ago. I can't imagine what it was like back then. Definitely was more of an inventive time for sure in the 20th century. I wonder what everyone else is doing too, to be honest. COVID seems to be just getting everyone into the set of emotion, and I've just felt that doing this podcast without having to actually resort to using a bad podcast service with limited touring features, it just feels a bit more up to tune, you know. I'm not pressed to like have to get the best audience members or whatsoever. And let's hope that this is the start of a new beginning, because I would like to see, some kind of attempt for it. So I'm just gonna call it a day right now, and hopefully tomorrow is a brighter day, or maybe not. But hey, someone has to be optimistic, right? Especially during all this really, really, really extremely concerning times. Well, I guess to sign up, see ya, and I guess I'll talk maybe next week or maybe tomorrow to get more my thoughts out.